Nestled in the heart of West Virginia, this isn't just another school. This is West Virginia State University, a historically black university where football is more than just a game. It's a tradition, a heartbeat, a history written with every snap, every tackle, and every touchdown. Before they were the YellowJackets, before the roar of the crowd echoed across the hills, there was a small field and a dream. In 1901, a handful of young men came together at what was then known as the West Virginia Collegiate Institute. They had no uniforms, no stadium, just grit, passion, and a football. They played for more than victory. They played for pride, for recognition, and for the spirit of a growing community. As the years went on, the school became West Virginia State College, and the team's reputation grew right along with it. By the 1920s, their determination and teamwork were turning heads across the region. Football wasn't just a pastime anymore. It was a statement. Then came Coach Hamblin, a man with vision. Under his guidance, the YellowJackets became a force.
I don't think the outside world really understands the love that this team has for each other. We're more close than I think a person on the outside looking in can see. We spend a lot of time, most of these guys have been together since, we came back in August, but even the guys that, were here in the spring and January, it's a very close-knit family, and as we continue to play, whether, win, lose, or draw, we're gonna always have each other's back. That's what family's for.
It's a brotherhood. These guys are extremely close to each other. When you go through difficult workouts and you go through the ups and downs of being a student athlete, it really forges a close bond, and these guys are they're not just teammates, they're best friends, they're brothers for life, and that's you can see it when you watch how they interact.
But I feel like with me, for how long I've been here, I've been able to grow a bond with everybody on campus, everybody that's still here, everybody who has left, who's come back to visit. Everybody's just a big family around campus, I would say, for sure.
Being part of the YellowJacket community, the school, the program. Number one, you got everything involved with football. You've got the band, the cheerleaders, the fans, the food trucks, the alumni. It just gets everybody back involved with West Virginia State.
You got guys coming up and these young men, just modeling for them what is a good father, a good husband, a good business partner, what it's going to take to be successful on the football field as well as in life. When you have the ability to have a short memory, and I always tell my son that my rear view mirror is smaller than my windshield for a reason. You're supposed to be looking forward. So one of the unique lessons I've learned is get up, play the next play, give your all every time, and it's going to work out how it works out.
We have 107 young men on our team, so I can't really watch all 107 guys. So our coaching staff does a great job with the guys that they work with. They hold them accountable, and we work together to hold everybody accountable on this football team.
The 1935 team earned respect wherever they played, laying the foundation for generations to come. By 1951, that dream had become a dynasty. The YellowJackets stood tall as CIAA champions, a moment that sealed their legacy in HBCU history. What began on a dusty field half a century earlier had become a symbol of excellence and perseverance. And today, when the Yellow Jackets take the field, they carry that same spirit, that same pride, the same fire that's been burning here for more than a century.
It's a bittersweet moment, you know. Coming in as a freshman, like, it's like walking in blindfolded to college. Like, you're not knowing what to do, to going through injuries and overcoming that, and now to being a senior and graduating, like, you're doing it for the young ones who's looking up to you, who's striving every day, working hard, who's to get to where you're at, and the ones who's even doing it with you now, who's still paving the way for the people coming up. It's kind of our escape from reality, and we all go through things sometimes, and it's hard, and a lot of us was able to turn to football, and it brought us a long way. You know, a lot went into the journey. I appreciate all the support I had from coaches, friends, family, and they've helped me get here. Like, I didn't do this all by myself, so like, I appreciate them for helping me along the journey, and shout out to them.
It's often that you don't think about your legacy until you get to the end. And I think that we have a unique group of older players on this team that are still defining what that legacy is going to be. And my hope is that it's a tough and connected and football team that's going to fight and be gritty and always find a way to win and make their teammates proud.
I think that it's a good environment for people to come and enjoy themselves. We work really hard in the off season. And just like I said before, the culture, I think, is better than anywhere else you're going to find. Just the combination of a good culture and hardworking people is a combination for success.
Being on time, being respectful, competing at everything, quitting at nothing, being mentally and physically strong, working hard at everything we do. If I could describe you as that as a young man, that's what we call a Yellow Jacket.
Ultimately, I just want to be remembered as a great teammate. You know, someone that did it, just did my part to the best of my ability, and that's what I ask of our players, that's what I ask of our coaches. The number one goal for a Yellow Jacket is to be a great teammate.
At West Virginia State, football has always been about more than the scoreboard. It's about brotherhood, a bond forged through sweat, grit, and the belief that no Yellow Jacket stands alone. This team carries a legacy built by the legends who came before, and they're writing the next chapter right now. Stronger than ever united for the future. This is WVSU football, and their story is only beginning.